Hello everyone. So this video is related to an subject known as an engineering graphics. So basically this is a subject from first year of engineering which is common to all branches, and we have total 6 units, and we are going to start with what are the different types of instruments we are going to use in engineering graphics, what are the layouts and the sizes of different sheets that we are going to see in details with this video. So basically, what is an engineering graphics and why there is need of engineering graphics in an stream engineering. So as an engineer, there is a language of communication, and through which we are able to manufacture, learn, and read. So there are various modes of communicating these ideas. So like we have an oral communication, written communication, we have different languages, then we have symbolic representation, and we have some languages as well, graphic languages. So this graphical language has been an effective form of communication in engineering. So scientifically developed graphic language is in the form of engineering drawing, which has all information without any misinterruption, and it gives and written information in right form. So the graphical representation of an object is called as a drawing. So, if you will see, it contains the necessary information like what is an actual size, shape, then manufacturing method, assembly and disassembly of different components. That all we can see on the in the engineering graphics. So for this communication, we need an instruments, or we can call it as drafting tools, which are compulsory for communicating and drawing on the sheet. So these are the few list of drafting tools which we have to buy, and accordingly we have to draw an orthographic, isometric projection, or projection of line and solids. So one by one we are going to see with the different tools, drafting tools. So as you can see from the figure, here we have an table, and here we have an drafter, then we have this uh, a set of an what we can call as a compass. Next we have this in stencil, then there are different pencils with grades that we have to use. These are board clips, and these are different curves and set squares. These are the basic drafting tools which are required for drawing. And there are additional, like we have an roll and draw scale as well, that is a roller scale which can be slided on the sheets. So the set square like 30 to 60 degree and 45 degree. Then we have mini drafters. So these are the few basic tools which we required for and drawing sheet. Next one, for the basic drawing sheet, we, as we have already seen, we require an smooth light wood, and on which we keep a sheet, and it is equipped with mini drafter. And according to the sheet size, we are going to draw the different uh, what we can say assemblies and disassemblies. So for example, if you will see in the table, we have designation and dimension. So here there are 5 different sizes of the sheet: A0, A1, A2, A3, and A4, where A0 is the largest size of the sheet and A4 is the minimum size of the sheet, and the dimensions are also given in mm. So as we know that whatever printout pages we see that are A4 size, and whatever sheets we are going to draw that are of size like it can be an A0 or A1 size. So similarly we have an we'll go with a pencil. So to create any drawing on the paper, we need an lead pencil, which is called as in drawing pencil. So they have different hardness, which gives the different shades of the line. So as the hardness of the lead increases, the shade of the lead decreases. So for example, normally we don't use HB pencil for drawing the sheet. either we use H, 2H or 3H. Only these pencils are referred for drawing the sheets. Next one, if you'll see with the set square, there are two forms of set square. So one is for 45 degree and second one is 30 to 60 degree. So this set square is what it is combination of to draw perpendicular or parallel line and to get a better accuracy for drawing parallel or perpendicular lines. Next one we have mini drafters. So it is more convenient and time saving as it has an T square, set square, then it also has an roll and draw, it also has an protractor. So this drawing board mostly necessary required to use this mini drafter, so to get the more accuracy and to save our time. Next one we have compass. So it is used to draw the circle and arcs of different diameter or radius, and as it it consists of two legs hinged together for increasing the range of dimension and extension of the circles. So that is the compass. Next one we have stencils. So these are we get in markets, and according to that requirement we can draw the circles. We do have on the stencil written within what are the dimensions. So according, and these are the French curves, like we have sharp corners, we have circular corners. So or if we have to join 2 to 3 points together with a particular curve, then we use this French curves. And next we will see with now as you know, each and every sheet whatever you get, they have some borderline, they have some dimensions, margins. So whatever sheets you will get in college, like you can write your name, roll number, then what is the scale, whether it is 1 as to 20, 50 as to 1. Then here we have the scales. Here we have faculty sign, date, and what your sheet number. So that details you can fill in this sheet. Next one. So basically there are different form of or we can call it as the Indian standards, which have different types of lines which are used in engineering drawing. So this is the list of like we have dimension line, extension line, break lines, cutting lines, then border lines, dash lines, that we will see in details. So we are going to start with the first line, that is a continuous narrow line. So most of all, what are the application? It is used for extension line, it is used for dimension line, projection line, hatching. So these are the few applications of continuous narrow line. Next one we have continuous narrow freehand line, which can be manually drawn without with an termination of partial interrupted views. And so like you can see in the diagram as well. Next one we have an continuous narrow line with zigzag, so which is mostly represented for the termination of partially interrupted views, cut sections, and so that you can see from this figure. These are the zigzag line. Next one we have continuous wide line. So wide line is used for visible edges, outlines in the maps, diagrams, flowcharts. Fifth one we have dashed narrow line, which has an hidden edges or those which are not visible from the front side or the rear side. That edges are shown by using this dashed narrow line. Next one, sixth one, we have long dash dotted narrow line. So as you can see, there is one dash, after that we have one dot, and this line continues. So what are the application? It is used mostly in center line and lines of symmetry, cutting planes. Next one we have long dash dotted wide line. So this is mostly used at the end and for changing the direction, outlines of visible parts. So that are the basic lines and application. Next one we have dimensioning. So dimensioning, like provided for what, for the surfaces, the location of holes, and then nature of surface finish, what are the type of material, so what is the angle, everything is shown in the dimensioning. like we have dimension line. So as you can see from here, this is the dimension line shown with an arrow. Okay, the next one we have here leader line. If the space is not available and if we have to show any angle, and if there are two edges which are cut out together, so to multiply by 45 degree, that is a leader line, as it is pointing towards that particular extended line. Next one we have only origin indication, like from this we are going to start measuring the dimension. So this is your origin. Next one we have dimensions, like if you will see here, it is written as 300, 150, 450. These are the value of dimensions. Next one we have extension line. As you can see, this is our actual diagram, and here we have the parallel lines which are extended in the downward direction, that are called as an extension line or projection line. And last one we have termination line. Termination line means where the line ends, so that is an termination line. So there are few principles of dimension, like each and every information has to be clearly shown or directly written on the drawing without any missing of the dimension or missing of the lines. And dimension marked should not be repeated in the other views. So we have to show the, for example, if you'll see in the diagram, we have to show the radius, what is the thickness, what is the height, what is the distance between the center of the line. So each and everything has to be shown in the dimension, and this dimension should never interfere with an object. So that's why here we can get two images, like this is shown as correct and this is incorrect, because the dimensions are interfering inside the object. So that are the few cares which we have to take care while drawing the sheets. Next one, dimension should be placed on the view where the shape is best seen. Like whatever the parts are visible, there only we have to show the dimensions. And it is not, if you'll see with the fourth point, you cannot show one dimension in meter and other dimension millimeter. Normally each and every sheet is preferred or drawn in millimeter only. Next one, as far as possible, dimension should be placed outside the view. As you can see, this are outside the diagram, and this we'll see with this 20, which is given inside the diagram, which is incorrect. So that should be avoided. Next one, visible outlines rather than form hidden lines. So instead of showing within hidden lines, maximum dimension should be shown by your visible outlines. So that is an correct way to show. Next one, no gap should be left between the feature and the start of extension line. So if you will see here, you can see 52 and 22. This is the correct way. This is not the correct way of writing the dimension below the line. So this is the incorrect way. It should be have a minimum gap between the two dimensions. And next one, if you'll see, the crossing of center line should be done by a long dash and not a short dash. So here we can see these are the long dash, and it should not be shown by the short dash. So this next one we have here, and methods of indicating the dimensions. Next, we are going to see with the methods of giving dimension in details with the next video. So thank you all for listening.